कसं आलात तुम्ही तुम्ही होतो पण टुरिस्टला पण आला खूप बरं वाटलं.
Good morning, namaskar and warm welcome to all of you to the conference on an overview of recent trends in prehistoric research in Maharashtra, organized by the Directorate of Archaeology and Museums, Government of Maharashtra, and jointly with Indian Numismatic, Historical and Cultural Research Foundation, Nashik. The land of Maharashtra has been home to hominins for approximately 1 million years, as evident from the discovery of numerous Paleolithic sites and captivating rock art belonging to all periods. Prehistoric research in Maharashtra has played a leading role since the inception of this field, and this conference aims to highlight that, along with providing a platform to share the recent advances in it. And before we begin our conference, as is our tradition, I would request our guests to light the lamp. I would request Dr. Tejas Delegate to honor our guest, Dr. Sheila Mishra. I would also request Dr. Reza Abbas to honor our guest, Dr. Swadev. Give a token of appreciation to Dr. Tejas Delegate. And also to all of you. And I would request Mr. Ajit
Professor Sheila Mishra, Professor Sushma Dev, newly joined Deputy Director Mr. Hemant Davi, and Director for Numismatic Institute, my dear friend Reza Abbas, and all my friends who have gathered here to do deliberations on prehistory of Maharashtra. Let me give you a background that why we are doing this. First of all, I am thankful to government, especially Honorable Minister for Culture, Mr. Sudhir Mungantiwar, for having an idea of having series of conferences on archaeology. So, previously there was a request from the department which was not entertained by the ministry. But now minister is coming forward and giving us ideas that you should have regular conferences, deliberations, research. Because mostly understanding of any government archaeology department, especially in state like Maharashtra, where when you talk about history archaeology, there are only two periods of past. There is the Pandav Kal and then there is the Shivanic period. Nothing happened before that and nothing afterwards. So Stone Age archaeology is largely ignored even by the government departments. There were people with government like Dr. Sali who worked extensively on the history of Maharashtra, and he was a respected scholar. Dr. S.B. Ota from Archaeological Survey of India is also a known historian. But the fact remains, it's hard to give justice to a full-scale academic subject like prehistory. So, idea was to have deliberations on prehistory, proto-history, historical archaeology, and whatever we are doing. So we need to rethink, re-evaluate ourselves, and plan road ahead. That is the basic purpose of this conference. I'm not a prehistorian by training or practice, but now I regret for not going to the excavations at Istanbul when we were offered to do so while doing master's degree in local college. Option was always to go to Balathal, historical site, which is more visible, and the whole romance of archaeology is into digging the bigger structures, taking out beautiful antiquities, and that glamour is not unfortunately associated with prehistory. But when I joined as the director, one of the first things that we encountered was this rock art in Konkan. And many of the sites were littered with microwaves. And then we started looking for clues for dating the rock art, and the whole problem of cultural transformation in Konkan straight away from Stone Age to Iron Age. And I think academically there are not too many explanations which are offered. Then I started giving serious attention to prehistory. And of course, I can only turn to my teachers and my friends who are working in prehistory for so long. So here we are sitting together, and I'm expecting some hardcore recommendations from government. I'm also happy to see Amit Bhagat here, who literally fought for the existence of Papa Meghini. I was there a couple of days back. I shouldn't have done that, but there were a couple of beautiful tools which were lying on the road, which were probably picked up by construction workers, and I took it in meeting. And that was a review meeting by the minister in Chandrapur city, at least with 1,000 people. And when I showed him those tools, he was not aware of that. And he was pleasantly shocked that history of Chandrapur is 1.10 million years or something on that scale. And he was the same person who had opposed development of a prehistoric site, and now he is the one who is going to support this entire venture of protection and development of an interpretation center at Papa Meghini. So hats off to people like Amit, and of course to all our teachers here. So what I am expecting in future, or what I am expecting out of this deliberation, to prepare a broad framework that what we need to do in future. Of course, government departments are not vested with the expertise, but certainly there will be collaborative efforts with educational institutes so that we bring more and more interpretative data in public domain, and hopefully we answer certain unanswered questions in the past. So thank you very much for responding to our call and coming here for deliberations on prehistory. Thank you so much.
I would request Dr. Rizal Abbas to give us the introductory.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Indian Numismatic Historical and Cultural Research Foundation, I extend a warm welcome to all of you. We are honored to have on dais with us today Professor Sheila Mishra ma'am, Professor Sushma ji, Dr. Tejas Garge, and Himanji. So, I would also like to express the deepest gratitude to all the guest speakers and all the attendees present here. It's an absolute pleasure to have you as our guest today, and your presence is indispensable for the success of both the events. Today we will be organizing two events here. One is this symposium, and the other one is an exhibition on rock art. So actually I would like to say a few words about our institution, so that to make aware others about what we are doing. So Indian Numismatic Historical and Cultural Research Foundation, INHSRF, is known primarily for the studies in Indian numismatics, and it was established in 1980 as a research center. And soon after we realized that there should be an archaeology center, so this archaeology center was also established. Primarily, actually, our basic aim was to document all the rock art sites in India, but like we could only document only rock art sites of 4 or 5 states. But then actually we shifted our interest to in the hardcore archaeology, especially historical archaeology and some prehistoric archaeology. And in this regard, like we have done some work with Deccan College, ma'am Sheena ma'am, we excavated Stony Nala, and then actually we did some project with the British Museum, where like we conducted extensive research in Vidarbha area, and there we discovered some more than 300 historical sites. And then the entire landscape was documented using GIS and all such things. And then again we had a project with University of Warsaw, where we basically concentrated on the geomorphology and archaeology of this Nala-Supara area. So, but like because of pandemic, actually we could not continue that work, and then there was like, then we shifted to museum activities, where like in these past 4-5 years, what we did, like we extensively conducted different workshops. Previously, at our institute, we used to conduct lots of numismatic workshops, ancient numismatic, medieval numismatic. But this time, in the past 2 years, what we did, we started like workshops on epigraphy, medieval epigraphy, ancient epigraphy, and then digital archaeology. MMG is our resource person, and in the past 2 years, he conducted 4 or 5 digital archaeology courses. And then after that, like we had another course with Tejaswini Afle and our curator, Mr. Abhijit. We conducted one conservation and heritage management course, and in this regard, actually, I talked to our Tejas Gargeji also. So, like in near future, I think we will collaborate more on workshops also. Like he was kind enough for this workshop. It's like we went in February this year, and then we had a meeting, and where we decided that we'll do something. And then suddenly, actually, he came up with an idea that why don't we conduct a symposium on prehistory. I was very happy. And in very short notice, actually, Artiji was there and Hemanji was there, so we managed everything. So, and that's how this symposium came up. So, this is our small institution, and like we try to conduct as many activities as we can, and like in museum also in the past like 2-3 years after the refurbishment, we tried to bring underprivileged students from the rural areas and give them some hands-on training here at our institute in form of a trial trench. Like there is a mock trench that we have recreated here. So we give them some training on excavations, and then there are some small short courses of 1 or 2 hours that we do here. So thank you, and like